What's up, Lauren?
What's up?
Yes, it is the last couple days of July, Christmas in July. It's the last couple days. And but there's still a couple more days to really take advantage of some specials. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online, a lot of people doing a lot of cool things, but no one's doing anything cooler than what we're doing. We are setting up for not just July, we're setting up for August. We have a lot of people that said, if you're in the Christmas light installation business, these are the things that you need to get started. You need websites, you need Photoshop rendering software, you need CRMs, and you need Christmas light supplies, you need training. We're offering all of those, and today we have a special guest. But before we get over to him, what do we do for a living, Laura?
We make your Christmas dreams come true. We install commercial grade Christmas lights on your home. We are a complete Christmas experience. And then also for our gentlemen or ladies that like to install for themselves, we sell those products with our distribution center.
That's right. You can visit us and buy any products on christmascontractor.com. Get yourself a great deal. Check out and shop with confidence. We have a price match challenge. So if you find something somewhere else, you say, I'd like to buy from Ron, but I ain't trying to pay twice as much and buy from Ron. If you find a price somewhere else, bring it to my attention. We'll match it. Keep doing business. Shop with confidence. But now we have someone from Ohio. We have the Photoshop rendering Strandr and the founder CEO.
I guess you can't say Photoshop in the beginning of it.
It's a photo rendering.
It's a photo rendering software.
Photo rendering. Let's bring on Matt here.
Right.
Check out Matt. What's up, Matt?
Welcome.
What's going on, Rob? How you guys doing?
Doing good.
We are doing fantastic, man. We're in hot Houston, Texas, and wishing we were in Ohio a little bit.
You know, we're about 88 degrees right now. It's probably cool for you guys, but for us, it's sweltering and it's humid today. But it's better than 3 feet of snow.
There's that. Well, I mean, when you work in the office, it's really always the same temperature, right?
Yep.
Aren't you an office guy?
I am, man. You're staring at one of the walls in my office. I'm here all the time, and I got to get up and stretch because I'm getting old.
Right.
So just to preface, you and I have been having conversations. You're like, hey, man, I got this Photoshop rendering, not Photoshop. You have a photo rendering service. Here's what I do. Here's what I'm about. I'm coming into the Christmas market. What do you think? We've had a couple private conversations about strategies and things. And there's a lot of groups that have been sharing it. I've been sharing it myself, but now's the time to speak to the man himself. And here, let's hear about what made you decide to get into it? Because you're not in the Christmas business, are you?
Yeah. So let me give you the background, and thanks for your time. I appreciate it. So my son, he owns a detailing company. He's 6'6" tall, so he owns a company called 6'6" Detailing. And being that we live in Ohio, right? Like the winters here suck, so he's not detailing cars in the winter. He does just mobile detailing. So there's a local roofer that has a really successful Christmas lights business. Really good guy, Bill Wade. In any event, you guys might see him in the groups. Really good dude.
Sure.
And first year he was just kind of a grunt, and he's learning the ropes. Next year, for 21, my son's extremely responsible, way better than I was. I was at the bars. But any event, so Bill had him run a crew last year. So I had talked to Bill, and I was, looking at this industry. And with my son, I own multiple businesses, and my whole thought is why don't we just do this ourselves, right? Obviously, there's a ton to learn, and we're newbies in that regards. But as I started playing around, I just started looking what CRMs are out there, what other products are out there. And I saw a couple different tools for this. And then my thought was why don't I just build this myself? At first, it was just going to be for my son. And the more I just, so last year I kind of built this Strandr V1, and people were just using it here and there. It was a much lighter weight version than it exists today. And anyway, I got some decent feedback. And I'm like, well, if I put some time and energy into this, because this year we decided to go ahead and actually move forward and do it. So my son's launching his Christmas lights business this year. So I decided to get my butt in gear and actually, put some effort into Strandr. I opened it up to a free beta about, a little over a month ago, and got about 100 users on it, giving some really, really good feedback. And when when you hear the same things, like we need more decorations, we need, support multiple colors. I don't know the industry nearly as well as you guys do, but I know when I hear the same people saying the same things, you're like, okay, we can support 5 colors. We can enhance the lighting. We can add more decorations. I didn't even know what a teardrop was until I'm pinging people going, is this a teardrop? And they're like, yes, Matt, it's a teardrop.
It's a spray. It's a spray.
So in any event, I know what people want and I give it to them. That's like the easiest way to sell. Ask people what they want and give it to them. So that's what I've been doing. The whole goal of Strandr, there's some CRMs out there. We're not a CRM system. I don't want to be. My goal is to be the easiest to use and most affordable lighting software out there. We're probably 10% of our competitors' pricing, and we work on both PC, Mac, and obviously any tablet, whether it's an iPad, Android, or whatnot. So that's kind of the backstory, and that's how we got here.
Sweet, man. Because I was looking. I think out of all of the photo rendering ones that they have, the one thing I think most of them are missing is you can't do a permanent lighting, which is a new thing that's blowing up. And it's instead of the 12-inch spacing brush or whatever, it's just a permanent lighting. But, there's really not a software that you can show someone this is what permanent lighting will look like on your house. But not to say that, but that's like something no one's doing. And another thing that no one's doing is Jobber. A lot of people are using Jobber CRM. There is no photo rendering that plugs into any of these CRMs. So if you're in a niche industry like ours, which is super small, even though Christmas is a multi-billion-dollar business in the US, but as far as Christmas light installers, when you need something, you have to create it yourself. There is not anything out there that you can just hire, or pay for some service. Most of the time you have to pioneer this shit. And it looks like you have pioneered something. You're not even in the industry. You did it for yourself. So that's such a great story.
Well, I will say, man, so previously I owned a company for 7 years called 33 Mile Radius. We did water damage restoration leads. So I worked with over 450 contractors, and I think we're in 42 states. I love contractors because we're no nonsense. We're straight shooters. We shoot from the hip. I've done grunt work. I've done construction. I've done waterproofing. I've dug holes 6 feet deep, 2 feet wide, waterproofing. So I get it, right? So I like working with people who are not bullshitters, right?
Yeah. I think you'll say I dug 6 foot deep, 8 foot 4. I was like, that sounds like a
it's horrible. What I learned is after about 4 years, I didn't want to do that anymore, and I should learn how to do other things, right? So I learned marketing, I learned tech, I learned sales.
Learn how to stay in the office.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. My wife still makes me get outside. I don't know if I could build software to prevent that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, well, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. The cover of it, Strandr Christmas photo renderings, and as we know, before we get too far, that you have offered a free lifetime subscription to this to one person. Obviously, we want it's really inexpensive to buy, but maybe one lucky person will win it. But let's get into let's share a screen here. There it is. This is awesome. It. So when you log into it, this is what you see right here. This is the dashboard interface.
100%. So I'll walk you through it, and it's easy as just.
And there's a free trial before we get. There is a free trial and a demo and everything on the actual website you can look at. But this is once you get past the sign in for the trial, then you're looking at this right here.
100%. So to save 3 seconds, I already uploaded a photo. So this could be a photo that you took of your customers' homes. Because I'm older and my eyes aren't what they used to be, the first thing I like to do is kind of darken that image, and you can darken it as dark as you want to make it. We have a couple different modes. We have draw mode, which is by default, and it's really simple. So we have a bunch of different color options: warm white, cool white, you name it, orange, yada, yada, yada. And we can support multiple colors, but it's literally as easy as you just click and you drag. And now you're like, okay, cool. I got my, lights wherever you want them, right? So you can easily undo it. Like, let's say I messed up. I could just Command Z. We even have this little undo button down here. I'm a keyboard warrior, so I'll hit my Command Z to undo. It saves me like half a second.
Sure. Hey, seconds matter, right, babe?
Exactly. That's what she said. Oh, that's great. But in any event, I love that that's what she said jokes. But
oh yeah.
So you can easily adjust the bulb size, the spacing.
Yeah.
So if you want to make it bigger because she wants it bigger, you can make it bigger. And
there's a go 2 times.
So here we also support shrubs and curved lines for beds and whatnot. So here I'm just going to trace. All you do is you literally just trace. I'm just tracing this tree. And if you want more lights,
That's cool.
Oh wow, it illuminates them in lights.
Right. So I just traced the tree in like 4 seconds. And I'm not even using a mouse because I'm on my computer. So I'm just using a trackpad. And there you go. I have lights. And if we want to add decorations, I just added a boatload of decorations. So if you want like a wreath with lights, most people want wreaths. It's such a weird word for me to say.
Yes,
Wreath.
corona. If you speak Espanol, my friend, it's a corona, my friend. You're like, no, it's a wreath, Javier. Relax.
I could easily add my wreath.
That's awesome.
I could add my bow and I could just resize it and position it, wherever I want on the wreath. I think it goes on the top. I don't know myself.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's all about preference.
Yeah.
I could add another bow, and what's neat too is I could even copy and paste these things. So let's say, for example, I want the exact same size. I can just copy it and paste it, and then I'll select it and drag it over. I'm not a designer, so bear with me if it's in the wrong spots. What's really neat too is if you go into edit mode, this was all based on feedback from the contractors. So thank you all. So let's say we're like, oh shit, I don't like the way that this is positioned. I could select any line I previously, drew and manipulate it. I can even delete it. The next feature that I'm going to be building out is actually having the ability to come in and select all lines, all strands, and edit them to show different colors. So let's say you came in here and you did all white lines, right? And then you want to show a customer another version with red and green or red and white or whatever that looks like. You would just be able to select all lines. That's on my to-do list. The laundry list grows the more customers we get.
Yeah, it's like that's the rendering, and then they say, "Hey, the estimate's approved, but I'd like to see red and white." And you say, "Oh, cool. Give me 1 second." Boom.
1,000%. Here, I'm just showing multiple colors here. You can select up to 5 different colors, and draw your lines accordingly. You got to make sure you're in draw mode. Hold on 1 sec. I am still with the shrubs and not the trees.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
But the point is you can adjust the size, spacing, and here you can see that I have multiple colors. I'll make the bulbs bigger because I have my shrub bulbs. I'm just
many.
You can see you can get as big or as far apart as you want with just changing a few settings.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So
if you're a Photoshop guy, and you just learn like everyone else on Photoshop, if someone says they want multicolor, it's not as easy to do that. I mean, you can draw a line and do the little paintbrush, but to do the different colors like multicolor,
very cool.
That's a pain in the ass. This is super easy. And if you're doing the shrubs, sitting there to click, 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 putting the the little dots on the shrubs, the way you just outline that and put mini lights, that was Photoshop doesn't do that.
Yeah, so I'm not a Photoshopper, right? Like I remember years ago trying Photoshop, or there was another one called like Lighthouse, which was supposed to be easier. And I'm like, man, that just ain't me. I liked what I saw some of the competition doing, but I thought 2 things. I thought some of it was overpriced. Well, I thought it was all overpriced, but I thought it was also bloated. I'm like, do you really need that? Like, can't I just download? Like, I could literally, obviously this is ugly now that I've made all these additional lines here. But with one click of a button, I've just downloaded it, and I could email that, text it, whatever, to a customer with my quote and whatnot. So I can do this on an iPad right in front of a customer as well.
And it's also great too for installers. Like if you've done a project previous years, then you can, most CRMs are the one we use, Jobber. You can have it. You can have like the picture of last year, so an installer can say, oh, okay, that's what it looks like. But if you're going out there with street facing roof line, I just want 1 wreath in the peak and I want these 2 trees. You're like, what 2 trees? Where? And then having this right here not just helps the customer to understand the scope, it also helps the installer understand this is where we're decorating and this is what it's supposed to look like.
Yep, 1,000%. Everyone that I've talked to, within the industry, even before using Strandr, like those who have used other competitors and whatnot, they're like, I mean, it just makes sense, right? People are visual creatures, like 3x close rate increasing, right? That's insane. Like you can go ahead and draw anything that you want. You can draw it on a napkin, or you could do it professionally so they can actually see what it looks like. This is my house, what it would look like lit up. It shows the placement, but it also gives like a more photorealistic visual as well.
Oh yeah, I remember back in the day, you used to have a picture and you draw it with your finger, with the little neon light on your finger, and you're like, in this areas,
Yes, yeah, it'll be here, here, and here. I promise.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not an artist. It's like, but this one you can make it look literally with the spacing and the bulb. You can make it look just like it.
100%. And everyone, has different preferences. So originally, I just kind of had the same bulb size, and the reason. Number one is everyone has different preferences, but number two is depending on how close your image is or zoomed out, you actually need different bulb spacing and bulb sizes to place it to make it look as realistic as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Looks like a great and it's only like $40 a month or something like that or something.
Yeah, so we have a deal right now. It's $197. It's only $197 a year, and that's all year round. So if you're seasonal, you can do that seasonal. We do plan on adding more enhancements to go after. Originally this was just all red and green for Strandr. It follows the logo. If you go to the website, you'll see that it. And I'll show you right here. It's still red and green, but it'll actually be able to use for permanent lights as well. So we're going to build out more features. Because obviously, we want to support the whole lighting industry, not just the beach Christmas.
But landscape lighting. Here's an up light, and here's how it shines, and changing the projection of wall washing. That right there, game changer.
1,000%. And it's not now that I've rolled up my sleeves and dove into the code and saw how we can make the lights actually look like they're glowing, up lights, down lights. That's not too far off. And again, I just prioritize based on what my customers tell me. If they're like, hey, I want up lights, you got up lights. And I'm making changes in a day, and people are like, hey, do you have the ability to select a strand and delete it? And I'm like, you want it, you got it. And I just email them back. You guys can call me, you can text me, anything you want, we're going to get it done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not only do you some people, they just don't want to move that fast, and then the other people, they don't have the ability to move that fast, but you seem highly motivated and you move very fast, and that's what you need, because the other competition, not to name them out specifically, but some people are paying $30 a rendering, and they're sending it off to someone, and then they're getting it back 2 days later, right, Laura?
Yeah.
And they're paying like $20-$30, are friends of ours, and I'm like, what?
Yep.
And then I'm thinking, you can't send it to me because I don't have time for that. But, there's got to be something better than that. They're like, no, man, it's easy. It's called, Holly Jolly or whatever. And it's like, dude, none of that ever made sense. It seems completely overkill. Or some of them, they did the measurements of based on this spacing, this is the materials you need. But it's so off, you can't even trust any of it because it's not even remotely close to being accurate. It's like, just do the photo rendering. That's the most important part. And you have to be able to do it fast. And this looks like it's both. It's an awesome rendering, and it looks like you can do it in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
it's super quick. And again, I'm doing it without a.
I think we might start using it actually. I mean, seriously.
Get rid of that one thing that I pay $35 a month for.
Yeah, because this is really all you need.
Yeah, man, it's super simple. Keep the feedback coming. I just tell everyone, like, don't gripe. Just gripe to me, because that's how.
Oh yeah.
Tell me what you want.
Yeah, you and I have had like 4 or 5 conversations in the last week, and every day the next day you're like, all right, I've made these 5 changes and I've added these 5 things, and the next day it's something else. I'm like, damn.
I added the deer because I love these guys. I'm like so weird. I'm like my wife. You should see our house. So my wife, I have to get storage for all of our Halloween and Christmas shit, and we have these deer, and we have the mom, we have the dad, we have the all the different deer. And I'm like, I got to add them because I don't know how many people use them in the industry. I saw one of the competitors use them, and I'm like, this one's for my wife. So we now support.
Well, it's really for those Christmas light people who do commercial space.
Yes.
Yep.
So when you upload a commercial space, they're the ones that want the deer and the lid ornaments, and it just never stops. But it looks like you're adding all this stuff. It looks like this is exactly what you would need in the Christmas industry.
Mm-hmm.
for commercial or residential.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yeah. And the way that you're adding it, if you got the service, it wouldn't be that far-fetched that in a couple of weeks there'd be a whole bunch of new features added to what you have.
Yep, keep that feedback coming. It will evolve as more users get on it. It's been overwhelmingly positive, and we've probably improved it by 40-50% just by more feedback. They're like, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? And extremely responsive.
That's awesome.
So
it's
$129, is that right?
197.
197 per
197
year.
a
One
year.
easy payment of 197 per year, and that's basically 1 month of our biggest competitor, right?
Yeah, you get the whole year.
You get the whole year, so you can use it all year round. You can use it. We got people who are hustling already. I love to see it, and they're already out there doing estimates using Strandr. It's great.
You better be doing estimates right now, boys. Beta, it's time.
Oh yeah, Strandr.com, baby. Strandr.com. Just jump in there and get your free trial and see for yourself how easy it is, right, Laura?
Yes.
Yeah. So, so what connections have you been making? There's a lot of people in the industry who's been giving you some positive connections, groups or.
So the Facebook groups, I used to run a Facebook group, had like 5,000 people. Coincidentally, you were one of the first people I stumbled across. I was on vacation with the family, and you're like, hey, man, you want to have a call? And we kind of connected right away. I like that you seem like a.
There was a lot of curse words in that phone call.
There were, but yeah.
You're like, dude.
but that's what I love about this industry, right? Like, I can do the tech. I've been doing tech and marketing for years, and I'm like, well, shit, I might as well build this thing. But when I connect with people like you, then I just started reaching out to pretty much every other group as well. And I've reached out to the people who do courses, and I'm starting to put together a supplier list because I really want to give back to the community. It's why I'm giving this, away a free lifetime subscription. You do this for, saving 197 over 10 years. You get a $1,700 plus product for free just by watching this event. So I really want to give back. So I love connecting with contractors. I love connecting with real people who like to fish, people who who care about family, people who just aren't bullshitters, right? Real people. So for me, it's been more fun than I thought, and I'm so glad I'm doing it, and I'm so glad my son's getting in the industry too.
Well, here's what I'd like to do. Besides promote your products, I think it's great, and potentially we might use it ourselves also. Especially because like Photoshop for us, you have to have like a lot of experience to know how to use it. But if you hire someone to be a salesperson, you're not teaching them that kind of stuff. You can teach them this stuff, number one. And number two, I think on a website, if I can get this program plugged into my website where my customer can go on there, upload their photo and do it themselves. I don't know if that's possible, but that would be cool for a website plugin to put this in there.
It's definitely a thought we have on how we can do that. There's concerns regarding spam and access that you don't want to get people to use. I mean, it's on the roadmap. Let me put it this way.
Is it possible?
It is possible. Whether it's a good business decision, let's say it's on your website and your customers can use it for free. My concern as a business owner goes, what prevents all the competition, the people who I would sell this to go to your website and use it for free to create renderings for their customers, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, how do you, I've thought about doing something like just a pay-per-use model. Hey, it's instead of $30, it's $5 a rendering or something. But by the time I do it, if you're at 20 renderings or $5 to $10, you might as well just get the year and it pays.
No, yeah. I was thinking of that, I know you're trying to, keep your proprietary information, but, I don't know, like when a customer fills out your quote request form or something, and then you send it to them as an afterthought. Well, you can design your own house, or I don't know. I was just thinking of some way you can incorporate it with your clients, but keep it proprietary. I don't know. It's a good question though.
Yeah, it's definitely on the laundry list of things. There was some definitely low-hanging fruit, like the multi-lights I wanted to make the lights glow better. Like last year's, they were just dots, and I didn't realize how shitty they looked until I was like, oh my gosh, I could make them glow like this. and the flow effect is about 8,000 times better this year. So
no, this looks fantastic, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we what other questions do you have? Do you have any questions for us, man?
Man, so I'll ask for my son. Yeah. Who are your favorite suppliers? And I know you guys do stuff, right? So on your website, like, is it just one-stop shop for lights and another place for bulb, or not for bulbs, but for decorations, or what does that look like in the industry? Because I'm trying to help him grow his business. I'll do the tech and marketing. I'll do all his website and set up his Facebook ads and Google ads. But I'm like I'm trying to navigate this whole world of all the supplies and whatnot. And
well, the best supplies, in my opinion, are local. Let me take this down right here. So, I mean, shopping local is the way to go. If you're spending, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, buy directly from China. Obviously, this year's kind of with the tariffs, it's an interesting year. I think a lot of people are getting surprised that wasn't just something that was on TV. It's really higher tariffs, and that really does affect the price of goods that are coming in, and how fast can you adapt to this and change all of your website. Like, for example, here's ours. This is christmascontractor.com. And, I built this 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Every year it seems like I'm building another one, but this is a place to buy materials, but I would say probably the best place to buy them is someplace that you can find local. If you're whatever area you're in, that way, you can get supplies at a good price. But if a customer goes, hey, I want those pink C9 bulbs and those pink mini lights, more than likely you don't have that stuff.
Yeah.
And when you buy it online, if you can wait 2-3 days, but in the Christmas season, you might need somewhere you can drive and go get it right now.
Yeah.
So I would suggest everyone to buy local. And if you're not buying, if you're buying online, buy from us. But there's a lot of great vendors. I mean, seriously, at the end of the day, it's all the same stuff for the most part. There is differences in polycarbonate and polystyrene, and there's different warranties. Some people say 3 years and 5 year. We have a 3-year warranty on some of our products. Our permanent lighting products have 5-year warranty. I mean, the warranties matter. But I think just buying from someone you trust, buying from someone who you can have it within 2 days or less, or you can drive and go get it today. That's what I would recommend, especially when you're first starting. You need to have access to it right now without having to spend all your money and have it sitting there just in case you sell it, especially the pink and the spritzers and some of these kind of one-off products, or even wreaths. We have 100, but they're expensive to hang on to.
What is a decent number of first houses? Like year one, what's a good goal? 50 houses, 25 houses?
I think that's area
I
specific.
think it's area.
I mean, if you're in a huge ass market, I would say, cracking 3 digits, cracking 100.
We hit 110 our first year.
We did 110 our first year, never done it before, and we didn't even have our first install till November 1st.
Mm-hmm.
How many crews were you running, man?
Well, we had just first started. I was just working at Mom's basement. We don't have basements here, but it's something like that, Mom's basement. And we just had like 2 or 3 kids that started working with us. And I think by the end of the first season, maybe we had 5, but we're stumbling through it, not pricing correctly and all that kind of stuff. But we went from a 110 or something.
Yeah, 110.
And then the second season, I think we did maybe in the 2s or whatever.
It was like 312, 330, somewhere right in there.
The third season, we finally moved out of Mom's house. It's just a long story, but we did 643 the third season. And that we're doing big commercial and stuff. And that one was the one that just changed our life.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
That was like, I don't want to do roofing and fencing anymore. As a matter of fact, I love living in this beautiful house and this beautiful neighborhood and all that kind of stuff. But we can't do it like this anymore. I can't grow anymore with these 3 storage units in a house. We had to buy land, and now we own a commercial property and everything. But it all started with our third season in Christmas lights is when it just changed everything for us.
That's awesome, man. I like to dream, and for me, like my goal for year one, because we're just starting off small and our market isn't huge. It's not the guy I was talking to, Bill. He's got like 250, and and I think this is his third like bigger year. So in my head, I'm like, well, let's do 50 this year, right? I mean, I'm really good at marketing, so I'm like, I'll run the ads, I'll put the website together, whatever. But shit, if I love to hear 100 because.
Well, it doesn't. The amount of properties that you do has nothing to do with anything, because once we hit 643, we haven't done it since, and we've made more money every year by doing less. It's about profit per man hour.
Love
Bigger
it.
So
properties.
you could do 5 jobs that are $200,000 jobs.
Yeah.
You know, and that replaces how many? Like, do you really need the notch on the bedpost to say I did 300? It's like, for what? There is no paycheck associated with 300. If they're like $300 jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, you did 300 jobs for free, really.
1,000%. My son, they did like 4 Chick-fil-A's, and I always had him try to think like a business owner. I'm like, do the math on those. He's like, we did them the same time as a house, but they're charging like, and these are smaller chick.
Chicka.
I'm like, he's paying you 30 bucks an hour, which isn't chump change. But I'm like, you know, if you think about it, Aiden, how much is he making, the business owner? So I always try to think of things as a business.
The whole thing is trying to stretch it out, and that's that's what she said. You're trying to stretch the season out. So you know that Harry Homeowner wants to be installed in November. You know that. Yeah. So November, the first week of November is like the Black Friday. That's the highly sought after week. It's not the day after Thanksgiving. It's the first week of November. So the whole month of November, and then you have about the first 10 days of December, that's the season. So you're trying to stretch it out and say, who can I install in October? Chick-fil-A, HOAs. I can install everything except for the Christmas related items like greenery, you know, but I can do all these trees in September and October. So you're trying to stretch it out. And how can I keep all these guys busy at least October 1st and do everything but this one small piece? And then November, I just have a crew putting up 15, 20 houses, just putting the wreath and a little bit of garland, whatever's Christmas related, or HOAs. Yeah. And that's how you bite-size piece and put together all those. There's not enough time in the day. You have to pre-do them and line up all the dominoes in September and October. That's how you do it.
That's a good tip, man. See, I'm learning shit I didn't even know.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, any kind of preparation you possibly can do ahead of time, that's what you're trying to do. That way, when the season starts, if there's something that could have been done ahead of time, that should have already been done. That's the life that we live.
Yep.
And we're full-time Christmas. We don't do anything else but Christmas. So our whole life is tailored around Christmas. We homeschool the kids, and they're off of school during Christmas. I mean, every part of our life is dedicated. Like, we're about to go to the Bahamas next week, but that's just our pre-Christmas vacation with the family before the season starts.
Yep.
And so
it's time.
Hey, baby, you know, you dedicate your life to something, and I have a lot of respect for people. And it looks like you've made a serious commitment on this photo rendering thing. That's why, you know, we support that. And it's about Christmas. You're not even in the Christmas business, which is even more remarkable.
Get my feet wet. Yeah, I'm here to help my son grow, man. I want to see him succeed, you know, like, so I'm excited. I'm so grateful for people like you as well. It's great to see contractors helping, you know, people helping people, man. It's great.
Well, you have a passion. I mean, if you get successful enough, you have a heart to give back, you know. And if you're not successful enough, you get to be like everyone's competition, but it's really not. It's like a tight-knit niche family. What's the name of your son's business?
So we're still debating that. We ran some polls, and one of the thoughts was, so Grincher, but then someone said that reminded him of Grindr, and apparently that's not. That's
a guy-on-guy website.
Yeah, I'm like, no. So I didn't know. I'm not a dude. So I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know that. And then I was like, well, because Grinch, right? But then we were also worried about copyright and infringement. You don't want to get halfway through your season. So it's still TBD. I'm about 70% through with designing it. So I'm not sure yet. But I would
if any recommendation or advice, I would leave off Christmas.
Interesting.
Call it our work Kingdom Christmas Lights, but then you're like, okay, I do landscape lighting, but Kingdom Christmas Lights doesn't say wedding and event. It doesn't say permanent lighting. It doesn't say. It just says Christmas lighting, and you're in a box that you put yourself in. And Christmas, I don't care what you say. In February, it's over.
Yep.
It's over. And then but you have all these people following you. You can't say, well, Kingdom Christmas Light, but we also do roofing. No, I mean, you can say we do event lighting and stuff like that. But when your name is Kingdom Christmas Lights, you're boxed in. So I would say that would be one recommendation.
Yeah.
Right, Laura?
I may not like it, but yeah, he's right. Just because I love Christmas.
But having Christmas lights in the URL doesn't hurt.
100% helps search engine optimization, even your paid search ads, and reducing your your cost per click. Love all that stuff.
Yeah. So that would be some advice we would give, right, Laura?
Yep.
For anything else? We don't pay for ads. We just do the Facebook groups and whatever. We've never paid for ads, but
yeah,
when
yard
we started,
signs
we
are
were
big
dead
for us.
broke.
Yeah, I heard yard signs are huge. I see them all around us where we're at too. So we're going to get on that early as well and do some door knocking just to test that out.
Door knocking, I like door knocking.
Yeah,
I like door knocking, and I like signs. Signs, especially like when you is it Robert Paid Price? What's up? Oh, you got who's Daniel Lewis? That's your buddy?
what's up, guys?
Yeah, and then he said Price said he loves it. Anyway, the signs is like when you install the house and the house just got installed, putting that sign is like the Coach emblem on the purse. I mean, it's the brand awareness of, yeah, it looks beautiful, but it was done by this company, which should kind of increase the value that it wasn't, you didn't do it yourself. You didn't have two hillbillies from work come back with a truck and a ladder. This is a professional service.
Yep.
You can see how beautiful it is. And a lot of neighbors, they don't talk to each other or whatever. Put that sign in the flower bed so they can see, call it. We've got more from yard signs than anything else.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go order some yard signs because they work, man.
Yeah, I mean, we would put them in the McDonald's, not McDonald's, but Chick-fil-A drive-throughs and
Chick-fil-A.
stuff. Like when you're sitting in this traffic jam of a drive-through.
Yeah.
We would put them in there and things like that. When we did our HOAs, we would give a % discount for anyone who lives in the community. That worked really good for HOAs. And then also come out there, like when someone wants there's a small margins on a house. You say, okay, well, this is going to be our training house. So if you allow us to do it in October, I can make an exception. But just full transparency, I'm going to be out there with 10 guys who are going to be training.
Yeah.
And that way I can, the guys for training, I can do it myself and not have to pay someone to do it. Just have, 4 or 5 guys for training. So it starts out like that. But once you plant them seeds go into trees and it turns into a forest. You're trying to figure out how to navigate through it in November.
Yeah.
But it's a big blessing, man. I'm glad that you're doing Strandr. And if you want to get a free lifetime subscription, we'll come up with something next month. I don't know. Did you see all the stuff that we have?
I did, man. So you got a whole bunch going on. I didn't know you were putting together some huge package, dude.
I wasn't. Everyone heard that you were here, and then the shit blew up from there. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it here. Mastermind. Oh, here it is right here. Boom. No one's ever seen this image right here.
Oh, you're going to show it
Yeah,
now?
I'm going to show it for the first time. Let's see. I don't know. Here it is. Right there.
Nice.
We got a free website, Mr. Pipeline. I think he's coming on tomorrow, and he's going to be talking about his website services. That's why I was kind of trying to connect this with that. But maybe they can offer that to their clients, that they have they can offer your service to their clients. There's a free event. We have a Mastermind Kickoff 2025. That's at the house at our commercial place. That's 2 free tickets. We got free signs. We have Us Marketing. They can beat anyone's price by 10%. It's free shipping anywhere in the country. You can get signs, yard signs, Us Marketing. They have 20 free signs. We had some made last year from them. They're awesome. We have a free upgrade to platinum pricing on ChristmasContractor.com. That's usually for people who are buying over $100,000 of commercial products a year. They get that kind of pricing. But we're going to be offering that pricing for one lucky person. Free CRM, Jobber CRM. That's the one the pros use. That's what we use. There's different ones, but that's what we use. And there's 3 free months of Jobber and free training from a lifetime membership of the Christmas Light Academy. That's a kid that you want to meet. They have it in English and Spanish. It does all the training and onboarding for training. You should check that one out. It's Christmas Light Academy. And then free renderings, a lifetime membership to Strandr, look at that. I misspelt it on there. See, I good thing I didn't post it. It says Strandr. Strandr photo rendering software. And then free t-shirts. You get 10 t-shirts from our boy Saeed. He said, I'll give you 10 free t-shirts. So that's what we got going on in August. Well, probably August and on, but we're going to be talking about you guys all throughout the month of August and trying to get people signed up. Hopefully you got at least 40 or 50 people that we know signing up to the service.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you guys. Stay in touch. I'm sure I'll be pinging you with questions. And as always, man, I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, take it easy, my friend. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, brother.
All right. What you thinking about that, Laura?
It's good, babe. Good job.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a couple little comments. Love to hear your thoughts on Halloween lights prior to Christmas season kicking off. Why don't you answer that one, Laura?
So we do quite a few Halloween lighting. A lot of them want it the first week of October. And then if they use a color changing bulb, which you have in your next question, you asked about the dynamic bulb. Some will do a color changing bulb, or some will just do purple and green, orange and white, orange and green, or whatever. And then we go in the first week in November and we change it to Christmas. So you can use the color changing bulbs, very similar to permanent lighting, or you can just switch out the bulbs. Then we just charge the customer a little bit more to do what we call a bulb switch.
The color changing bulb is not similar to permanent lighting. It's temporary seasonal lighting.
Yeah.
But it does give you that kind of effect. But yeah, it's true. The Halloween is really nice because you're not that busy in September, but there is about 4 or 5 Halloween people that want a Halloween, and we're like a Christmas business, and not a holiday lighting business. We're a Christmas business. The more Christ, Mas Christ, more Christ Christmas lighting, and we're all about that. But Halloween is like I can put Christmas lights up because that's what we do, and I can do the purple and whatever. So we used to put the purple and orange or green, and then we'd come back in Christmas and switch the bulbs out. Now that is expensive, and it's time consuming to come back and switch them. Even though they're already installed, you still have to go up there and switch every single bulb from the roof. So it's not as easy to make those switches, and it's labor intensive, right?
Yeah.
So we do like that. But when the color changing C9 bulbs came out, it was nice because the customer can switch it themselves, and you can have animation and stuff. So we definitely do the dynamic RGB. You can find that on christmascontractor.com. It's only like $1 something a bulb or whatever, $1.30. Yeah,
it's a little more, and then you need a controller depending on how many bulbs.
The controller's like $20, or it's $100 for the commercial one. So we did that, and the customers just love it because no one's ever seen anything like it, especially in their neighborhood or on the street. So they get to be the showstopper, and they get to do the mini lights also. We're talking about rapid trees. The RGB, dynamic RGB mini lights, they are coaxial, so you don't have the male and female connection. So when you wrap a tree, it looks clean. You can leave it up for a long time, and that does change colors. And many of our commercial clients and Halloween customers are really interested in that. So yeah. Halloween, definitely, Halloween has grown on us. It's grown on us, but Christmas is, we're not into the Halloween decorating business because the whole month of October, I had no idea it was even Halloween because it's been Christmas for the last 2 months for us. Yeah. And we're so busy installing Christmas lights. We just have, I would say, what do we have, about 10 or 15? Yeah. 10 or 15 Halloween customers. But when they switch back, they switch back to Christmas, it's nice to offer that service to them.
And they're big. I mean, they go all out for their Halloween decorations and all out for their Christmas. So it's a really big thing for them.
It's nice because you just did like the roof line or whatever. And then, they send you a picture and it's like all kinds of big skeletons and all kinds of crazy stuff. And you're like,
it's like Game of Thrones in their yard.
Yeah, it's like you did it. It's like, no, I didn't actually do that. The homeowner did it himself. Yeah. I just put the lights up there, on the roof or whatever. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's fun.
But yeah, that's it. But if you have any questions, definitely go on Facebook to the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind. That's where we're at there every day. If you have any questions, it's loaded with seasoned veterans and professionals that can teach you and help you navigate through it. But once again, my name is Ron. I'm always with my beautiful wife, Laura.
Yay.
And as we like to say here, if you don't like the way that things are going, get off your